Yehova, please fill me with the Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name, amen. We'll start with the Shema, listen and obey. Children of Yehova, pay careful attention and respond. Yehova is our power and authority. Yehova works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehova with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. Exodus chapter 27. You are to make the altar of acacia wood, 7.5 feet long and 7.5 feet wide. The altar is to be square and 4.5 feet high. Make horns for it on its 4 corners. The horns are to be of one piece with it, and you are to overlay it with bronze. Make its pots for removing ashes, and its shovels, basins, meat hooks, and fire pans. All its utensils you are to make of bronze. Make it for a grate of bronze netting, and on the 4 corners of the netting make 4 bronze rings. Put it under the rim of the altar, so that the netting reaches halfway up the altar. Make poles of acacia wood for the altar and overlay them with bronze. Its poles are to be put into the rings. The poles are to be put both sides of the altar for carrying it. The altar is to be made of planks and hollow inside. They are to make it just as you were shown on the mountain. Here is how you are to make the courtyard of the tabernacle. On the south side, facing southward, are to be tapestries for the courtyard made of finely woven linen, 150 feet for one side, supported on its 20 posts in 20 bronze sockets. The hooks of the posts and the attached rings for hanging are to be silver. Likewise, along the north sides are to be tapestries of 100 feet long, hung on the 20 posts in the 20 bronze sockets, with silver hooks and rings for the posts. Across the width of the courtyard on the west side are to be 2 tapestries 75 feet long, hung on 10 posts and 10 sockets. The width of the courtyard on the east side facing east will be 75 feet. The tapestries for the one side of the gateway will be 22.5 feet long, hung on 3 posts and 3 sockets. For the other side, there will be tapestries of 22.5 feet long and 3 posts on 3 sockets. For the gateway of the courtyard, there will be a screen 30 feet long of blue, purple, scarlet yarn and finely woven linen. It should be in colors, the work of a weaver. It is to be on 4 posts in 4 sockets. All the posts are all the way around the courtyard are to be banded with silver and to stand in the socket of bronze. The length of the courtyard is to be 150 feet and the width 75 feet everywhere, with the height 7.5 feet. The tapestries and screen are to be finely woven linen, and the sockets are to be of bronze. All the equipment needed for every kind of service in the tabernacle, as well as the tent pegs for the tabernacle or the courtyard, are to be bronze. You are to order the people of Israel bring the pure oil of pounded olives for the light, and to keep a lamp burning continually. Aaron and his sons are to put it in the tent of meeting, outside the courtyard, outside the curtain in front of the testimony, and keep it burning from evening until morning before Yehova. This is to be a permanent regulation through all generations of the people of Israel. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading Exodus 27? We can aim to act on what Yehova says to do with passion and precision. Trust that there is a purpose to the instructions of Yehova. Trust that direction is important to Yehova. Trust that accuracy is important to Yehova. Pay attention to the details Yehova has for every kind of service. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can teach others to act on the words of Yehova. Bear one another's burdens. We can act on the words of Yehova as an example for others to follow. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, self-control. end with the Aaronic blessing. Yehova will kneel before you presenting gifts, and he will guard you with a hedge of protection. Yehova will illuminate the wholeness of his being towards you, bringing order, and he will provide you love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehova will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and will set in place all you need to be whole and complete.